No limitations. Just went, I go kayaking every weekend with my daughter now. And I don't have to worry about sitting down. Am I going to get tired? Am I going to get a headache? Do I have the stamina? We just go out and enjoy ourselves, and there's no restrictions now.
It's been the best thing I could have found to be able to try to get healthy again.
Good. It makes sense. It just, the whole message made sense.
My name is Christina Wilson. I'm 52, and I was in a place where I had seen specialists and had some health problems for over 10 years, and no one was really addressing all of me as a whole.
But I would say generally just looking for something to kind of help me feel better on my path. The two biggest issues for me were weight gain and fatigue. And that's why I initially went on hormone replacement therapy.
I've seen so many doctors and so many different types of doctors and nutritionists and all that stuff, but nobody could ever get me on a set plan to try to figure out. I have severe migraine headaches, real severe, and they were just so bad that I was having, 8, 10 a month of severe ones that I couldn't function, and I was just over it.
Waking up anywhere between 6 and 10 times a night. Just unable, I can fall asleep well, but it was constantly waking up, and was needing someone to look at me as a whole to try to help figure out what the source was, and not just treat the symptoms and not just give me a prescription for something.
I thought that I would just start taking it and just be like, ooh, this changed my whole life. And it did help a little bit. But it wasn't as impactful as I had hoped it would be.
And they just kept adding medications, and I just still wasn't feeling well. I can't function like this. I don't feel good.
I had saw your ad on Facebook and thought, what do I have to lose? And I really needed help.
What made sense to me was a lot of the, when we talked about nutrition, and as I really thought about it, I thought, that's one thing I don't think I've really addressed was my diet.
My headaches are triggered by stuff in foods, not necessarily foods, but stuff they put in the foods. And so I'd already been dealing with trying to cut out all that stuff, but it's still not a plan.
You actually wanted to figure out what was causing the problem, no matter what it took. So you seemed more personalized and wanted to invest in me, and not just another patient coming in, but really try to get to the root of the problem and look at me as a whole.
The biggest lifestyle change that I've done in this whole program is cut out the sugary snacks, and the snacks or the stuff in meals that wasn't very healthy. I really like the idea of calling it a lifestyle change instead of a diet.
I was 100% that person. Like, I was all about the protein shakes and the protein bars, but it's processed. It's not real food. And that's kind of where I was. I was like, what's the harm if I just try this? What's the worst thing that could happen? I start feeling good.
I feel better. I feel great. I'm doing all the activities I want to do. I'm not hindered by anything anymore.
It did take that time, and you really have to focus. But the end result was I did feel a lot better. I did have more energy to do things. What I thought the weight loss was going to be like my main goal, and it was more like a side effect that was good. But once I started feeling better, I started to realize that really wasn't the main focus. The main focus is overall health.
I have a lot more energy, a lot more. And even when I have a bad migraine. I still don't feel like just laying in bed and not moving. I feel like getting up and moving around, and I've really cut back. So I'm down to maybe taking a rescue once a month.
No limitations. Just went. I go kayaking every weekend with my daughter now, and I don't have to worry about sitting down. Am I going to get tired? Am I going to get a headache? Do I have the stamina? We just go out and enjoy ourselves, and there's no restrictions now.
It's easy to just say, if I want to have a glass of wine and a piece of cake, I'll go ahead and do that. But I know that if I continue to do that on a regular basis, I know how that's going to make me feel.
My husband and I, building the house, we're working on our plans. We just went shopping for flooring, for the new house and stuff like that. So I feel more like getting out and going places and doing things. We're week after next, we're going down to Branson for a week. I feel like doing things with family more. I'm more energetic when we are doing things. I took my grandkids to play laser tag and played laser tag with them, and before I didn't have the energy or didn't feel like doing it.
My daughter is very happy that we get to spend more time because she knows I'm comfortable and I'm happy and I'm feeling better.
I think I'm just a lot more conscious of how things make me feel. Certain things I do, certain things I eat. If I don't drink enough water, I'm more conscious now of how that makes me feel, and I really think about it more.
I don't want to live afraid anymore.
I'm worth it, and I need to do this, and nothing is more important than yourself, and you come first, and then everything else, it will fall in place. You can do it. You just got to set your mind to it and know you're doing it for yourself, you're worth it, and you can do it.
It's been the best thing I could have found to be able to try to get healthy again.
It makes sense. The whole message made sense.